Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Kyle, and this is Ask Papa, and this is our first episode for 2014. I got a lot of emails over the holidays, so let's get right to it. Our first one is a question from John. Dear Papa, I've been seeing a great lady for about 15 months. My kids, now 19 and 16, met her 2 months after she and I met. Things seemed to go well. We met for movies, and she and her son came to spend a couple of weekends with us. We live about 35 miles apart, and still, things seemed okay. About 5 months ago, my girlfriend and I and her 10-year-old son went to Branson, but I didn't ask my 2 kids to go with us. Had a bad experience with a previous girlfriend and my daughter in Branson, and didn't think the kids would want to go, given the results from the earlier trip. After that, they would not even come over for their weekend for about 2 months. Now they don't want to see her or spend time at all. All they say is don't feel comfortable and not ready yet when I ask why. She and her son have been invited to my mom's to spend Christmas with my family, and my kids now want me to uninvite her, or evidently they aren't going. I'm at a loss about what to do. Any light you could shed on it would be great help. John. I think it's important for single parents who are dating to understand that perception is everything. Here's what I mean by that. When we are dating other people and we have children, we have to be aware of what our kids are witnessing. When John chose to go to Branson with his girlfriend and her 10-year-old son, he gave his 2 children a perception. And that perception is this, that the girlfriend and the son are more important than his 2 children. Now, there's no doubt that John did not mean that to happen. However, their perception is his reality. And the action that he took of excluding his 2 children from the trip had consequences. And those consequences were that his girlfriend and her son are now the enemy. They are a wedge that has been placed between them and their father. And unsurprisingly, they don't want to have anything to do with her. The best thing that John can do, and the advice that I gave him when he wrote this email to me, is that he has to come clean with his 2 kids. He made a mistake. He wasn't thinking. And to apologize, not making excuses for what he did, just simply saying, kids, I screwed up. I should not have done what I did. And then begin to repair what's been damaged. And I think the beginning of that has to do with explaining to them where they fit into the relationship that he has with his girlfriend. Is she more important than them? Where do they fit on this totem pole of affection, if you will, with his girlfriend and her son? Because right now, based on his actions, they're above them. The 2 kids, his 2 kids, are lower on the totem pole, and they resent that. And they resent her specifically because they see her as the reason they are there. We have to date around our kids' perceptions, and we have to be sensitive to those perceptions, because I can tell you from personal experience, a kid's perception will ruin a relationship. If the kids see mom or dad's boyfriend or girlfriend as a threat, they will try to eliminate that threat in the only way that they can. Either through avoidance, like John's kids have done, or they will try to do whatever they can to try to separate mom or dad from their boyfriend or girlfriend through bad behavior, through acting out, through trying to really run the boyfriend or girlfriend off, because that's the only thing that a kid can do. That person is a threat. They're a danger. I have to do what I can to try to remove that threat. So moms and dads, us that are dating as single parents, we need to set the expectation with our kids early on in the process. Mom and dad has a new boyfriend or girlfriend. You should not see them as a threat. You should not see them as them being more important. Mom and dad want to be happy. Yes, we're divorced, but we want to try to get married again, or we want to be in another relationship. To try to set that bar and set that understanding with our kids early on. And then through our actions, intentional actions, we can't then upset that apple cart. Unfortunately, John did that. He upset the apple cart and sent the message to his two kids that somebody else is more important. So we have to manage perceptions as single parents. Failure to do that, failure to be intentional and to think through all of our actions as we are dating and knowing that our kids are watching can have some serious downstream consequences, as John has experienced. So John, thanks a lot for your email. I wish you the very best of luck. And thank you for listening to another episode of Ask Papa. If you want to send a question, go to my website under the contact page, shoot me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.